Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to day number 20 of the 10-year YouTube celebration. And on the last episode, I talked all about all of my issues with WWE 2K20 because back in 2019 I did 3 videos about the game. And yeah, so I felt like it was something I wanted to highlight for the 10-year celebration, even if it did kind of bring the mood down. But we're going to be bringing the mood way back up, because today we're going to be talking about something I love. I love, and that is when I started a casual universe mode in WWE 2K19. So, my idea for the casual universe was I picked a very small roster in 2K19, as I said. I chose an arena I like, being Velocity. I had 2 titles. I had the TV title and a custom-made Velocity World Championship, which was actually just a custom WWE title from Community Creations that looked really, really cool. I liked it a lot, so I used that along with a custom TV title that someone actually made for BCW, but the color scheme worked for Velocity, so I used it anyway. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do. I started that in, I want to say August of 2019 was when the first episode came out. I originally recorded it late July 2019, so almost, oh my god, at the time I'm recording this right now, just over 5 years since the episode 1 was originally recorded. That is crazy. And actually, I'm a big old liar. The first episode actually did not come out until November. So, that is totally right. That's right, yeah. So I recorded the first 4 episodes, I think. Or did I? No, okay, so. Okay, so so looking through the videos, luckily, I, at the time, had this, like, weird thing for putting originally recorded on right at the start of the video. So the first 5 episodes, which is weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, first pay-per-view, etc. You know the format. Those were all recorded late July 2019. Then the first episode post Backlash was recorded August 8th. Do I do it for any others? No. Meaning, I probably fell off and was recording. Meaning, I probably fell off of it, got burnt out or something, and then didn't come back until October or November, somewhere in there. Because I know I did get back into it around the release of 22, or around the release of 20, somewhere in there. But, as I talked about in the last video, I was living with my mom at the time, and we were in between leaving one internet company and getting another one. The new company hadn't set everything up yet. So, we didn't have internet at the time, so I couldn't upload. And I got really inspired to record a bunch, and I, couldn't fucking upload. And then there was also a weird thing where Sony Vegas wouldn't let me edit without internet either at the time, which I haven't had that issue at all since. But, yeah, for that one brief period, Sony Vegas wouldn't let me fucking edit either, which was weird. But yeah, that was a thing. That was a very weird thing. But yeah, I got super inspired to do that. So that's kind of like what happened. I was really inspired just to do a universe mode where it was just me casually playing the game, compared to, at the time, running co-op universe with Tyson, which was meant to be realistic, taking everything super seriously, and I loved doing that. But I had gotten super burnt out. And honestly, I was kind of burnt out from the original universe, and I never really gave my chance to I never really gave myself the chance to not be burnt out from the original universe. So, yeah. That became part of that, and then I kept pushing myself so hard with Co-op Universe when we brought that back. Because, again, I was inspired to do that. I thought it'd be really fun to bring Tyson in on it. He was way more involved with running his show. I was doing a lot of cool stuff that I really liked for Raw and wanted to, pursue and keep running with, as well as doing that for our little minor show at BCW, which wasn't a minor show, but Well, it didn't start off as a minor show, but it was its own company that was also running to the side, a part of the same universe and everything. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I was definitely somewhat burnt out from the original universe. I never gave myself the chance to, not be burnt out, to kind of get past that. And then I just kept adding more and more and more until I just couldn't do it anymore. And then I had an idea for this, the casual universe, which was just me casually playing the game, booking what I wanted to, which I was already doing for the realistic universe, but, it was just, whatever happened, and I just rolled with any result for this one. And it became like this cool thing, but again, I either got burnt out or, yeah, I remember, I ended up getting burnt out from this because there was a brief period, and it shows really in episode 4, where I was just adding so much into it, and I was adding so much into it, adding way more extra work into it, and it became this thing where it basically became like realistic universe light, the baby version of the original universe. It became like the baby version of the realistic universe that we were running, and that just kind of wasn't great for me at the time, and it kind of went away entirely from what I wanted the Velocity universe to be. So, yeah, burnout really set in, and then that's why I didn't touch it again until like October, where I got super inspired to record, and I mass recorded a bunch of stuff, and that's why like videos for quite a while late in 2019 were pretty damn consistent when we did get internet again, and then I could upload all that backlogged footage at that point, and that was pretty cool feeling. But yeah, that was the original idea, was just start up a little casual universe, playing with an arena I like, a very small roster, booking whatever I want to book, and while I played every match against the AI, it would be, well, most of the time, I did have some AI simulations, but no matter what, I would just roll with whatever happened, and that was that, and that's why Shelton Benjamin and Shawn Michaels flip-flop the motherfucking TV title back and forth for a while. Because for some reason, like, I would always play as a champion and I'd always fucking lose in that rivalry. So, yeah. They just kept flip-flopping. But then eventually, like I said, I got super inspired again back around, like, October-ish, 2019. And just started recording episode after episode after episode. And I was just all in on it, and I was super, super inspired to just keep going with it, and that's exactly what I did. And then I was so into it by that point that I was like, okay, this is a lot of fun. I'm loving this more than ever. And I asked Tyson if he wanted to be involved in like a very casual universe. He said yes. So he said he wanted to run his own show using No Mercy as an arena. So I made a really cool No Mercy, or at least what I felt was a really cool No Mercy arena, one I really liked. Tyson liked it as well. And then he picked, again, just a very small roster of, some of the people in the game that I wasn't using that were also some of his favorites. And we got, like, very different rosters, too, which was pretty cool. And then we slowly just started working that in, but because, again, like with a lot of things, did I love recording those episodes of No Mercy with Tyson? Absolutely. He's my best friend for a reason, and that was such fun. But our schedules, again, for years have been so different. It's been so hard to get together to record. And we recorded the first episode of No Mercy. I recorded another episode. So we recorded the first episode of No Mercy. Then I didn't record another episode until... What day did this come out, actually? Until August, until August of 2020. And then eventually in 2021, we recorded. Tyson and I got together again. I was living by myself at that point, and we recorded up until Money in the Bank. We recorded the rest of Velocity, the rest of No Mercy, recorded Money in the Bank. Got that all done, and had at least in some way an actual kind of end point. That wasn't the intended end, but at least we got together, finished out that month finally, and recorded and ended with a pay-per-view that we were building towards. And that was pretty cool. We actually managed to, again, kind of had some sort of an end, even if it was a completely unintended ending point. And then Tyson and I never got together, never talked at any point about future booking for No Mercy. But I did have a bunch of things potentially planned for Velocity moving forward, at least for another month. Some things into the future as well, but primarily focused on another month going into the SummerSlam pay-per-view that we were going to build towards if it continued. And I made a whole video early this year in 2024 all about that, and it's literally called Velocity Universe, What Would Have Happened, which you can check out. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description, but to be honest, I probably won't, but I'll try to remember. So yeah, there was that. Like I said, literally Velocity Universe, What Would Have Happened. I talk all about that. I go in depth about the build up to Money in the Bank, what happened at Money in the Bank, and then go through my entire Google Doc of every single plan, every single person on the roster, a few people I wanted to bring in as well, everything I had planned, and what more than likely would have happened, what I think would have happened, etc., etc. And that was a fun video to make. I actually really enjoyed putting that together. I even went back to 2K19 for the first time in a long time to record footage for that, recording footage on the PS5, because again, capture card issues, but recording that on the PS5, and goddamn, I realized 2K19 is a really good looking game on the PS5. Like, I already didn't have an issue with the way it looked, but the footage that I recorded on the PS5 looked so good, actually. I was so surprised. And even with, like, YouTube's compression on the video, it's, like, those new clips still look good. And it's easily, like, of all the hours, of all the footage I recorded in 2K19 over the years at this point, it's easily the best looking footage. Again, even with YouTube's compression. Which I think it really does say a lot. Like, it's still good looking. I'm so surprised by that. But yeah, that was Casual Universe. I don't have much else to say. I ran through everything and talked a bit more than I was expecting to for Casual Universe. It was a series that I loved, you know? I would love to do something like it again, maybe get a bit further. But, like, at the same time, I have so many issues with the current games. I just don't have fun with them anymore. Like, I can still go back to some of the previous games and have fun with those. Like I said, I enjoyed going back to 19 to get footage for the What Would Have Happened video. So that was fun. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to be able to do it with, like, the current games, but, like, I'm so out of it. Like, I guess, to be blunt, I'm kind of out of touch with current wrestling. At the very least, current... No, I was gonna say current WWE, but no, just, I'm kind of out of touch with current wrestling, you know, for the most part. Like, there's a lot of people that I'm not very familiar with in WWE now, and playing a WWE game to do something like this, that's a bit of an issue. And, yeah. I don't know, That's really all I got. Even though I'd like to do something like this, there's a bunch of issues that would make it really difficult to do, between kind of, like I said, just kind of being out of touch with wrestling, not being familiar with a lot of the people in WWE at this point, not really liking the current games, which I know is probably blasphemous for some people to hear, but yeah, I have so many issues with them. Like I said, eventually I will make that video talking about my issues with 22, 23, and 24. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's all I got. I don't have much else, like I said. That was me talking about the Velocity and No Mercy universe modes in 2K19 casual universe mode that I, and then eventually Tyson, were working on for a little bit before it came crashing down. It was a lot of fun. I did love doing it. And maybe eventually I will do something again. But that was day 20 of the 10-year YouTube celebration. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you join me for day 21 with whatever the hell that'll be. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.